How's it going, guys? Drip Crypto here, and we're back with a new coin. Well, not really new, but new coin that I will be talking about. So this coin is Hex. So Hex is a ERC20 token. Um, it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Hex was founded by this guy named Richard Hart, um, who was pretty well known in the crypto and DeFi space. Um, predicted the top on Bitcoin. But he also came out with his own token called Hex. And pretty much what Hex is a CD, first digital CD, which CD means certificate of deposit. So all a CD pretty much means is that you take an X amount of money, lock it away. You could do this for a bank in a real sense. You could go to a bank, whether it's Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or any type of bank. Usually, a lot of them have CDs where you lock up a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time and you accrue interest on that money. So, Hex is the first digital CD where you can lock up coins, which are Hex, for a certain amount of time. And when you lock them up, technically burn them and get them off existence. And with you burning them, you're burning the supply that you have, but your current yield per day on those coins. So Richard Hart created this site. You could also go on, so you pretty much start off by going to hex.com. And if you were wondering how to get Hex, this is not financial advice, none of this. Um, I am invested in Hex, but I don't think you guys do your own due diligence on the coin. But this is hex.com. So right now Hex is trading at like two 2 cents. It's going down pretty much lately, mostly because we're in a bear market. But Hex did a 10,000x last bull market from the bottom. Its all-time highs is 51 cents on CoinGecko. So if you were starting off and you wanted to get into Hex and you wanted to get a CD of deposit, how you do is you connect your MetaMask, right? Connect your MetaMask. You put in so much Ethereum. So this is off of Uniswap, which is a DeFi exchange, decentralized exchange. Um, and what you do is you put, say, I don't know, 1 Ethereum, which would be at the current price, which is $1,172, and it would get you your best price, which would be about 47,000 Hex coins, right? So what you do is then you connect your wallet. You would pay the 1 Ethereum plus the gas fee, which as you can see is $7 based upon the network because the network is pretty busy right now. And then you would convert your Ethereum to Hex. And then what you would do with your Hex is you would then go to Hex Stakes. You connect your wallet. In order to connect it, you would have to. It should connect pretty easily. You just hit connect. Right now we're on 1,092 days. Right here you can see the T-share daily close price in USD. So every day you can see how much you get paid out per T-share. So how Hex works is if you go over to hexdailystats.com, you can actually see Hex's daily stats from the price, the T-share rate, the T-share price, and any penalties. So right now, if you threw about 621 US dollars, you would get technically 1 T-share, right? And what a T-share is pretty much, if we go back to here, this is how much you get paid out. So say on day 1,040, people were getting paid out 806 US dollars per T-share. Because you see the day, you see the USD, because of T-shares. So say you put in, I don't know, 1,000 Hex, right? So how this works is it works off of longer, so it works off of delayed gratification. So pretty much the longer you delay your stake, the more you get paid out. The longest you can hold it out for is 15 years, which is Cuatro Cinco, so 5,555 days. Say, for example, right, you have 1,000 hex and you want to stake it away. So for, I don't know, the max length, right? So you could see that you're getting 2,000 hex after those 15 years is up just by holding it for 15 years, right? Plus, if you had more, right, if you put more into this, you'd get, you'd start off with hearts, but then it'd go up to hex. So say instead of doing 1,000, say we do 10,000, right? You would also incur almost 0.066 hex just by staking a bigger stake, right? Excuse me. So your total hex after the 15 years would be 20,000 hex, so you would double your hex. On top of it, your effective hex would be about 30,000, so you'd pretty much end off with about 30,000 hex because you'd have 20,000 just from interest, right? You'd occur the 20,000, so you'd burn the 10,000 as you stake it, right? If you click this button, stake, you'd stake that 10,000. That 10,000 would get burned, and you would occur 20,000 yield, pretty much, or you could say interest through those 15 years. So when you end that stake, you would have a total of 30,000 hex. So you would be up 20,000 hex, and it would show you your T-share rate. This rate is actually going down, but this is what I was saying about the T-share. So you would have roughly one T-share, right? Because you'd have over 10,000 hex. And as we can see, if we go back here, $600, almost $630 almost would occur one T-share. So that's pretty much what it is. You pretty much lock it up for however long you want. And what you do is you could actually see it on the bottom. You could see it on the bottom here. It pop up here as your active stake. You could see the start date when you started it, your end date, the progress, the chart. You'd get paid out every day on that stake. Every day you'd get paid out in hex on that stake until your stake is over. And then at the end you'd see something called end stake. Now with end stakes, right? Sometimes say the price just like this, you'll see this go up drastically. You'll have spikes. That's because a lot of people were emergency end staking. Now, if you emergency end stake, say you stake it for 15 years, right? But say you take it out before the 15 years, right? Say you take it out a year in, right? All that extra hex that you would have accumulated through the 15 years gets paid out to the other shareholders, right, in hex. So anyone else who has hex staked would get paid out. That's why if you look at Hex Daily Stats, you see this right down here where it says penalties. That's 3.1 million hex got paid out today to pretty much everyone who's holding hex due to people emergency end staking. So if you need to emergency end stake, it's sort of bad because you're gonna lose all that hex that you would have pretty much occurred or gained. So how do I feel about hex? I feel like hex is a good long term play. I mean, right now we're in a bear market, so I mean it's at 2 cents. I feel like, me personally, not financial advice, but I'm pretty much buying in right now. I'm actually gonna wait until it dips down a little, even a little lower. But huge upside. Its all-time highs is only 51 cents. So even it just going back to 51 cents, it's crazy. You're looking at like Hex has long-term potential, especially in the long term. I totally agree with Hex and the CD aspect and staking your coins and delaying gratification and just overall just taking coins, holding it for a certain amount of time, current interest, especially now in the bear market. Like there's really not a lot of stuff happening. It's pretty much just all dry, like dry. You can sort of play around with this. Like you can stake. Another site that you could actually look at is If you go to StakeX today, right, and it is actually right here, right, you can actually see how much money you would technically make. This is all estimates. So say the T-shirt rate is say 621. Say we throw in $700, right, which would come out to about 28,492x. You only do one stake and you do it for five. You do it for a year, right? 365 days, right? You'd get one T-shirt and you'd have a bonus multiplier, which we were talking about earlier, which is up here, right? This is the bonus multiplier. The longer pays better and the bigger pays better, right? So you could click view, and in a year you could turn that 700, because this is based on a curve, right? This is based on Hex, the price, and also the T-shirt price and the T-shirt payout. So if we look, right, you would have 112x your money, and you would have about $79,000 in Hex. And off of 28,000 coins, you would end up with about 31,000 coins. So you'd pretty much accumulate about 3,000 coins, 4,000 coins around there. Um, but me personally, I feel like Hex can definitely do good this next bull market. I mean, as you can see, it's just been tanking on the past hour, day. It's been down, as you can see. Past 90 days, it's pretty much just been trading down. Um, but I feel like it's a good coin. Not financial advice. It is in my portfolio, but I'm not telling you guys to go out there and get this coin and invest now. Definitely do your own research and decide whether it's a good investment for you. But that's Hex. If you guys liked it, like, comment, subscribe. Um, that's it.